Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to my channel. My name's Alyssa and I build Lego sets as well as film lifestyle type videos. So today's gonna be another Lego video. So I posted a poll on my story this past week and let you guys vote on which Lego set I'll be building next. So the poll was between the Infinity Gauntlet and Star-Lord's helmet. And this week, the Infinity Gauntlet won, so we're gonna do that one. But before we get started, please be sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell to make sure you're updated on all my future videos. So we're just gonna get started on the Infinity Gauntlet. Alright, so we have our little booklet, and then this set only has 3 parts in it. Pretty small compared to some of the other sets I've been building lately. So the first bag is going to be the interior structure, and then the second bag will be the bottom part of the gauntlet, and then the third part will be all of the top and like finger parts of it. So we're just going to get started on part 1. So this is set number 76191. It has a total of 590 pieces in it, so a little bit smaller. And this set came out in June of 2021. So it's actually a couple years old. Sounds like it came out a little bit after COVID. So the Infinity Gauntlet made its first appearance basically in an after credit scene from Age of Ultron, where Thanos puts the gauntlet on, and it's that famous part that I feel like a lot of people make memes and stuff from it. The Infinity Gauntlet was made specially for Thanos, which I thought that was very interesting. I didn't remember that when I originally watched the movies, but basically there are this dwarf planet society. I don't remember exactly what it was, but they're really good craftsmen and they make things like this. And Thanos basically goes to this place and kills everyone but the person in charge. I think his name is Itiri. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but he is played by the guy who's Tyrion in Game of Thrones. But basically, he forces this guy to make the gauntlet for him. The Infinity Gauntlet is basically supposed to harness and control all the 6 Infinity Stones and their power, and basically control the universe, or the galaxy, whatever you want to call it. But the 6 different stones, they stand for different things. So there's space, reality, and power. And the other 3 are mind, time, and soul. And that's what creates up the gauntlet. Thanos has to find all 6 Infinity Stones in order to harness the power of the universe, the gauntlet, whatever you want to say. And And you know, in the movies, you see how he gets to acquire all of them, and like he uses the powers and becomes stronger through acquiring all of the stones and the chaos that he causes, basically. And throughout the whole thing, all the Avengers and Guardians of the Galaxy and basically everyone joins together to try to defeat him from getting all of the power of the universe. Okay, we're done with the first bag. Like I said, it's just the structure interior part. It got pretty tall, pretty fast. So I feel like these parts are a little more confusing than they usually are. But we're gonna go on to part 2. So talking a little more about the Infinity Gauntlet and Thanos. So Thanos finally collected all of the stones, and in Infinity War, he used it with the snap of his fingers and disintegrated half of life in the universe. Just so crazy. It's kind of crazy because the Infinity Gauntlet was made for Thanos, and when he snaps his fingers, it damages the gauntlet as well as his arm too. So after he erases half of the universe, he snaps his finger again to destroy all of the Infinity Stones so that basically no one else can use it and everything like that. And it destroys his body even more. And then he decides to go and retire basically in a remote planet. And that's how Infinity War ends. And then Endgame is next. And all these pieces are so similar in color. It's so hard to find each of them. So yeah, in Endgame, you know, it starts off where they have had to adapt to no longer having half of society, basically. And so it's so cute because Tony has his own little family. He has a daughter, and she's adorable. Tony had figured out how to make his own Infinity Gauntlet using the nanotechnology. And they were able to hold it during that like time heist thing. I think that's what it is. So originally Hulk had tried to use the gauntlet with the snap because he has resistance to gamma rays. So they thought that it would work on him, but it was too powerful and it did not. He wasn't able to do it basically. But then in the end of Endgame, Tony was able to put the gauntlet on and do the snap, and everyone like came back that had disappeared from Thanos. But with that, Tony ended up dying, and it was so sad. That was a very quick overview of the movies and where the Infinity Gauntlet is in those, but that's basically the end of Endgame. And after that, basically, I feel like Marvel just kind of fell off drastically because then they started doing the whole multiverse and all that stuff. And I feel like when you start messing with timelines and stuff like that, it like discredits the whole rest of the movies, basically. And so I haven't really watched too much after that. But yeah, I feel like that was like peak Avengers, and now everything else is just not as good, or it kind of sucks, basically. Okay, we are done with part 2. As you can see, it's just the bottom part of the gauntlet. It looks pretty cool with all the gold. I do really like that color. And now we'll go on to part 3, which is the final one. So I thought I would talk to you guys about a few things that are going on in my life recently. So I talked about it before, but I'm going on my Portland trip. Right now, when I post this video, I think I might be getting back from my trip. So yeah, for those who don't know, I'm going to be in Portland for a couple days. I'm super excited for that to be coming up. So I'm pre-recording all my videos and everything that should be posted while I'm gone. But if you guys want to see some posts throughout my trip and things like that, go follow me on Instagram. I'll leave it in this video. I leave it in the comments of every single video as well. So you guys can see what I'm doing over there. I've got a couple things planned for while I'm in Portland, but I also have some days where I don't really have anything planned. I'm just gonna kind of see what I want to do and go from there, basically. But yeah, you know, as time goes on, it gets closer and closer to spooky season. It is my favorite time of the year. Since Disney was kind of updating the Haunted Mansion, they just released some new merch for them. And the mouse got me again. I had to buy a couple things from the sale. So that should be coming in soon. I'm thinking of making a video of everything that I got. So whenever it shows up, I will film that and you guys can see that and start of the whole spooky season. I love everything that like involves Halloween and spooky season and all of that good stuff. I'm really hoping to try to go to Disney for a Halloween time, but I'm also a little nervous. It's gonna be pretty hot, so I'm probably gonna go as late as I can with it still being like spooky, because that heat is absolutely terrible. But yeah, I've never been to Disney World during the Halloween setup. I've only ever been to Disneyland during spooky, and I love the Mickey pumpkins. Like, those are my favorite. I have a tattoo of a Mickey pumpkin because I love it that much. But I'm hoping this year I'll go to Disney World and see all of their Halloween stuff and do their not so scary after hours thing. If you guys have ever gone and done that, please let me know if it's worth it, because I'm really debating on going to that like after hours event thing. These little pieces are driving me nuts. There is so many in this part, and I'm having the hardest time finding any of them. I also just recently straightened my hair. It's super different for me. I haven't straightened my hair in probably like a year to 2 years. So it's been quite a while. but I was kind of getting sick of my curly hair, and there's just things that have been bothering me about it, so I decided to try something new. I don't know if I'm gonna continue it or anything like that, but I thought it was kind of fun. My roots are getting pretty dark too, so I gotta re-dye those pretty soon. I've actually been thinking of making a video of how I color my hair, so let me know if that's something you guys would be interested in. Okay, we are finally done with the Infinity Gauntlet. It turned out so cool, but those little fingers and those little pieces were the death of me. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, leave a comment down below, and let me know what you want me to build next. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you never miss a video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys in my next video.